Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Tara here with a quick video for you today. It's hatch day. Our eggs have hatched. We have brand new black copper Marans and one little Easter egger in our incubator, and we want to share that with you. If you have ever done this, you know how just exciting it is to see these little sweet babies, bust out of their shells. It's such an exciting event when you start to see them to pip on the egg, how long that takes, and are they going to make it? So we've had great success. I want to share it with you. This is our first incubator. We have broody hens. We have a lot of poultry. So therefore, we've hatched out several chicks, and I don't think that's going to be a continual problem for us. But I wanted to order a small incubator to have on hand if I wanted to, hatch out specific breeds of chickens. So we started with mostly black copper Marans. I love our black copper Marans, beautiful eggs, just great birds all around. And Jacques, who is our rooster, is now our lead rooster in our whole flock. He is a very strong rooster. He's very gentle with the girls, but he's staked his claim and placed himself where he wants to be, and he is the leader. But nonetheless, I'm just really impressed with the black copper Marans, not only for the beautiful eggs, but just what they are in general. We really like them. So we decided to separate them, get as many eggs that we could in less than a 7-day period. I actually went for about a 4-day period, and then we incubated them. It takes 21 days to incubate eggs approximately for the development of the embryo, the baby chick, to get to the hatching stage. You can have some possibly hatch out around day 19 or 20, so that's part of your lockdown period, but ours were exactly 21 days and a little bit over. So what we did is we gathered the eggs after we bought this incubator. Now what this is on Amazon. I looked at a lot of incubators. I was weighing size, how much, what features. And the main thing that I want to tell you here, this is called Magic Fly. I'll put a link in it on this as well. I really have enjoyed it. I didn't want to post it a lot or do the video or anything until I knew it worked, and I have been really impressed. It was $81 or $79.99 on Amazon, and it came with free shipping. It holds up to 10 eggs, and it has held its temperature perfectly the whole time. Now it does not gauge your humidity, so you may want to add that little feature. You can go to Walmart and buy a hygrometer and add that in there, which we're going forward just to have. But it has just worked great, and we had very viable eggs. We checked them along the way, day 7, I think day 14. I looked at them at day 17 was my last candling. And we knew one wasn't going to make it because it wasn't fertilized, and then we had one that so far hasn't hatched yet. But we're waiting on her. All the black copper Marans have actually busted out by today, and so did the Easter egger. So we put them in on a Sunday night at 9 p.m. So we marked the calendar. Your first 24-hour period is the next day, actually. So if you put them in on a Sunday, you're going to get them 3 weeks later on a Sunday. You start looking a little bit earlier, obviously. So eggs, as you go through the incubation period, as you know, or you need to know, that once you get to about day 17, you stop candling, you stop rotating the eggs. You want to rotate them 3 times a day. My incubator does not have a rotator. That didn't bother me. I'm home mornings and nights and most afternoons, so I knew that would not be a problem for me. I like that because I like knowing they were turned. So morning, afternoon, and right before bed, I would rotate the eggs. You mark one side X and one side O, because there are failures with incubators not rotating. So if that happens, you lose your whole, you lose the whole clutch. And, I like to know I've done what I can do. We constantly check it. Temperature's held great. I did put a little towel around it. I read that, maybe that might help keeping the light down, keeping the heat in. Without it, it's held its temperature. So if you get this little incubator, we were fortunate enough to I had some Amazon bucks, and I got free shipping, so I got this almost free. So I was willing to give it a shot, and I'm glad that I did. We may move up with some bigger incubators. We're actually going to make our own. Been studying that. That'd be a great homeschool project. But so just to give you a heads up, they started pipping, which is when they start breaking through the membrane and then the shell. Okay, with the egg tooth. And that started on Sunday morning at 5 a.m. I got up to check them. And by exactly 8:30 last night, which was in the evening, over 12 hours later, we had our first egg bust out. So almost 21 days to the actual placing them in the incubator, we started, it was like clockwork. And then today, which is kind of day 22, they finished up very quick. We had 3 hatch out within a 15-minute period. It was amazing. So we filmed this process and progression for you. We're going to attach that right after this little brief intro so you can see the pipping and the unzipping, and you'll hear them chirping and you'll see them rocking. It's amazing. Your children, this is a great experience for children. It's a great experience for anybody because you don't get to see all of this under Broody Mama, which, you know, they do a good job. They can do it, obviously. So there's pros and cons and plus and minuses to both of that. So we just wanted to share that with you. I'm leaving them in here till tomorrow. You want them, after they all break free, you want to make sure that they are, out of the egg, away from the egg, that the umbilical cord might be already detached and drying up, but they're drying out. And so we're not there yet. Some folks say up to 3 days. Now, some of you guys may say, well, how do you feed them? You don't have to necessarily. When they are finishing up the last days, right before they hatch, that they have been taking in, absorbing the yolk. And so that's why you can, folks, mail baby chicks and you can get them and you don't have to feed them up until about day 2, day 3 because they've got everything they need. So that's why they can stay in here. And they're just doing great. Like I said, you can tell that Easter egger, it's a lot bigger and it doesn't have hair on the legs. But we're just so pleased. So we've been doing a lot of homeschool work today. Oh, what this is right here, just to let you know before I forget, when you get this incubator, if you do, and others have the same thing, they'll have you lay the eggs probably on a styrofoam platform. The water's in here. I only had to fill the water, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 times the whole time, so it was pretty good. But you can see my indentions where I had the eggs, and at day 18, when you stop rotating the eggs, you stop. It goes into a lockdown period. You remove this so that if they hatch, the mess won't get on here. And it's a little bit messy, okay? I won't lie. They're a little bit messy in there. So once they dry out some more, we'll take out what's the eggshells in there, and they're just busy. They're just great. But we've been doing a lot of homeschool studying today, going through development, and we're studying that with 4-H and how they hatch and all this fun stuff. So I hope this helps you out. We're going to continue to hatch out some sweet babies, and we appreciate you watching. Be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube. Be sure to give us a like on Facebook. If you have questions, you can certainly reach me there. We have our own blog, and we are also on Instagram. So we've got some great footage coming up for you. You're really going to enjoy it, and we appreciate you watching. Y'all take care. So tired. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Whoa.